Big ass, how I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl, TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over in the damn break room, y'all. Oh, boy. All right, y'all see the title. Y'all see the thumbnail, honey. We're going to do a little Sunday brunch and break room with me, okay? We're going to try to wrap it up, y'all. It's been a few things going on in our little mommy community. And unfortunately, y'all, I have not been as active with you guys in the last couple of days because y'all know life be lifing, okay? I'm trying to get into my boss girl era, all right? Y'all know the holidays is rapidly approaching, and I'm trying to get things ready for the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. So keeping my fingers crossed because y'all know I'm a one-woman operation over here, work a full-time job, run a family, and everything else, okay? I'm telling you, y'all, it definitely be lifing over here. But so I do have some videos that I filmed. I just haven't had time to edit them and put them out, you guys. But I definitely will get them out for y'all. But I figured it's Sunday. I'm going to catch y'all early in the morning for y'all get started with y'all Sunday day. And I said, let's talk about these moms and see what's going on. Now, obviously, we don't talk about every mom on YouTube because we can't watch everyone. But we have a few that we have been watching for the last couple of years. And we're going to catch up with them. Yesterday was your birthday, Von. Well, happy birthday to you, sis. Happy birthday, Von. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Congratulations, sis, for making it one more time around the sun, honey. Hey, Trinice. Hey, Majesty. Welcome, everybody. How y'all been doing? I hope you guys are feeling good and doing great. I hope y'all week was prosperous. I hope the week coming up it will be even more prosperous for you all. Like I said, I want to talk also about that Keith Lee situation, the food critic that basically shook Atlanta up. I've been trying to get to the point where I can discuss that, but again, y'all just been so busy. But I do want to talk about that because I found that to be very interesting. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Prior to all the shakeup in Atlanta, I did not know who Keith Lee was. Like, I know The Real Milk and Honey, which is one of the restaurants in Atlanta, did a skit on TikTok trying to shade Keith Lee, but no shade, no tea. I really did not know who he was. I don't be on TikTok like that, so that's probably one of the main reasons. But he definitely did come and did what he was a critic, and he criticized a couple of the restaurants. He gave some constructive criticism. Obviously, there were people who, didn't like it. And there were some people that appreciated his criticism, I mean, nowadays, y'all, if you think about it, going out to these restaurants, it's so damn expensive. So the money that you have to pay to get into these restaurants, I mean, you should receive top tier, top shelf service, regardless if you a celebrity with 14 million followers or if you somebody with 50 followers on social media. I mean, money is money, but we get the type of hierarchy we live in, the social status. Like, for the most part, all of us understand it. You may not like it, but we understand how that works. But Keith Lee seems like he went to Atlanta and he shook a couple things up over there. And, it is what it is. People, these business owners, not just in Atlanta, but, all over the world. Y'all got to understand that social media is the way to drive business. And, they have to understand that money is very valuable. Not only their money, but their time is. They also said something. I heard that they said that in a lot of restaurants in Atlanta has a limit on their tables, like a, what is it, 90-minute or 90-minute time they give you to sit at, to sit and dine. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, you on a clock too? I'm like, wow, that's a lot going on over there. So like I said, y'all, I want to get into that conversation, especially for, a lot of my followers that live in Atlanta. When I lived in Atlanta, y'all, it was many years ago. So a lot of the restaurants that are there now weren't there when I lived there. So, and over the years, the culture of Atlanta, since I lived there, has tremendously changed. They say in Atlanta is bougie. I said, oh, it is? When did Atlanta become bougie? I said, oh, okay, well, maybe all those reality TV shows that's, filmed in Atlanta has made Atlanta consider themselves to be bougie. I mean, I said, if you really just want to say somewhere bougie, I would think LA could be considered bougie, because that's definitely Hollywood. They're trying to say Atlanta is Black Hollywood, but we know LA is Hollywood, Los Angeles. That's the original Hollywood. So they do stay dragging Candy and Todd spot. And that's the thing. The OLG gang, that restaurant, that they've been getting bad press for forever. Keith Lee didn't really stir up anything that people didn't already know, But the whole takeout order, like, it's a conversation I definitely want to have. I saw something else on the Shade Room that I want to kind of correlate into that conversation. Maybe we'll talk about that later on in the week. We'll have a conversation, because I think that's a relatable topic for all of us, because most of us, if not all of us, at some point are either going out to eat, or you're ordering food from Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever. So at some point, all of us have some type of familiarity with the whole eating out culture thing, right? You said, when I lived in Atlanta, I did not care too much for it. Yeah, I didn't either. Atlanta just wasn't my type of hype, okay? But like I said, it was 10 plus years ago when I lived in Atlanta. It definitely has changed over the years. Nisha said, yes, some are like that with the table limit in Atlanta. Miami does that too, okay? Miami has a table time. Well, if you think about it, you guys, let's be honest. Waiters and waitresses, they make money based off how they seat people, right? So if you got one person that comes into the restaurant, let's just say you got a table of 4 that comes in a restaurant, and they eat and they're talking and they're having a good time, and they look around and they've been at this table for 3 hours. Think about the waitress, the potential for them to make more money on that one table. You're only going to get that same tip, regardless if they sat there for an hour or 4 hours. You're still going to get that one tip, versus if people came in, ordered their food, had a drink, eat, talk, and then go ahead and finish up with their meal and allow somebody else to come sit down, then that waiter or waitress has the opportunity to potentially make triple the money on that one table versus that one tip, because the person's that party of people decided to sit there for 3 or 4 hours. Now, to me, I kind of understand that. I use that logic when I go out to eat, especially when I go out with a group of people. I always think, well, I don't want to hold the table up for hours and hours, because back in the day, you guys, I used to wait tables as well too. It was one of my other many jobs. Like I told y'all, when my kids were little, I worked a couple jobs at a time, and waitressing was one of the jobs that I did. And so I understood, people holding up the table for 3-4 hours. As a waiter or waitress, it's kind of irritating, because you could be making more money on that table, right? So I understood from that standpoint, but I don't know what the whole philosophy, and it's the whole paying for parking at the restaurant. It's like, why am I paying to park at the restaurant? Why don't you have ample parking for people to? It's bad enough that I'm getting ready to come pay for, the food is going to be pricey, right? And if it's good, great, I'll pay the price, but I got to pay to park at your restaurant to eat. Now, apparently that happens in Atlanta. I don't know if that happens in, other big cities. It definitely, I don't think that goes on here in Indianapolis where I live at, But again, Indianapolis is not Atlanta, So paying for extra butter, sauce, etc. Yeah, that's crazy. I know Keith Lee mentioned one of the restaurants he went to. I think it was called the Atlanta Breakfast Club. They charged $1 for butter, and I'm like, $1, child? You could go get a whole 4-pack of butter in the grocery store for a damn $1. So I thought that was a little ridiculous, you milking these people for every nook and cranny, and you're going to find yourself with no customers. People got to understand, just because business is great doesn't mean that you have to start, pillaging the people because they're patronizing your business. And I can say that from my own, business standpoint. I struggle with pricing of my product because I don't want to be extremely, obviously, expensive, because I want people to come buy my candles and enjoy the experience of lighting the candles. However, it costs a lot of money for me to make the candle. So I have to incorporate the cost, but I also have to keep in mind that I want my candles to be affordable so people can enjoy it, because I'm a consumer too. And I see prices of things and I'm like, I don't know if I want to pay that much, So a lot of you guys who ordered my candles definitely have obviously received your packages by now, and those were just the 2-ounce sizes. For the holidays, the bigger sizes will be on for sale, and I am struggling really hard with trying to keep my product at a fair cost. But I also, obviously, y'all, to be in business, the whole purpose to be in business is to make a profit as well too. But I noticed with a lot of businesses, especially, the non-chained restaurants, once they start getting a good buzz on social media and start doing good, you notice that the things change for the restaurants. I noticed that just by talking to other people who have experienced these restaurants. So thank you, Mrs. Wright. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed BC Candles. I really am glad you enjoy my candles. Thank you so much. Yes, Dara, you should have received them already. DM me after the live and let me know what your order number was. Again, I want to thank everybody. Like, I had an overwhelming response to the birthday sale of my candles. Like, oh my God, when I tell you guys, y'all showed up and showed out, I'll be forever appreciative of that. So I thank you so much for that. So yeah, but y'all, let's get into the conversation. Okay. Let's get into the whole reason why you clicked on this video. Let's see. Let's get right on into it. Where we going to start, y'all? Let's start with Tanae from the T&K family. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Dara. Thank you so much, baby. Trinice, give me DM me, sis. DM me on BC Candle and let me know. Treese, okay, Treese. Yes, love my candles. One burn as we speak. Oh, thank you so much. You just got back from Africa, DBO. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, I bet that was an experience. Shouts out to the sister staying outside, honey. Now, Africa, that definitely is experience. All right. One day, DBO, you're gonna have to come on and let us know about your experience in Africa. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get into Tanae. Okay, so we're gonna get into Tanae from the T&K family. Y'all remember Tanae? Tanae is the young lady who has the set of triplet girls here on YouTube. She has a little boy as well. So she has 4 children and she's pregnant with her 5th one. She's married to a guy named Keontae. And y'all know we've been reacting on them because they've been beefing pretty much since the middle part of this year. Tanae was pregnant late last year and miscarried her baby in January by a guy that she was dating named Arnez. Okay. Now, since then, we were able to see Arnez's face because Keontae and Tanae got into it a few months ago. Tanae became homeless. She lost her apartment. She had to move in with her husband, Keontae. And in the midst of that, they got into an argument and Tanae, the police got involved and Keontae had to be removed from the home, and Tanae and the kids were able to stay there, and they're currently there now. Well, Tanae put out a video. She put out a video yesterday talking about somebody intercepted one of her daughters for tax purposes. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that video because we all know, y'all, tax time is definitely right around the corner. And I think tax time is by far one of the biggest times in couples' relationships for them to fall out, right? I don't know why. I don't know why that is. But I noticed around tax time, folks start acting funny because they're getting a couple dollars in their pocket. Well, y'all, Tanae had you said, is that Liv's cousin? I don't know. Tanae had an issue with her tax money this year. And so she's now publicly talking about it. And she believes Keontae is the culprit. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a listen to what Tanae had to say about Keontae and the whole tax time debacle. Make sure you guys clock into the live by hitting the like button. Also subscribing to the YouTube channel if you like these type of reaction videos. And we're going to get right on into it, honey. So let me see. I just found out my ex stole. Okay, so yes, that was the name of the video. I just found out my ex stole from me. Okay. So all right.
Nobody ever claimed my triplets but me. Nobody.
Okay, so let me explain. It's kind of low, you guys. I guess the way she filmed it was kind of low. But so basically, she's talking about I guess she realized one of her daughters, one of the three daughters, social security number was taken and somebody claimed one of her daughters, right? So she's telling you now how she came about finding that up and up to the most current moment.
So, y'all, all of a sudden, February 2023, one of my triplets got claimed by somebody. And y'all, when I say it tore me to pieces, it tore me to pieces. So when that happened, I automatically think of 2 or 3 reasons, and I'm not gonna lie. It was either he did it, it was either my tax lady did it, or it was either another person that I felt like did it. But my mind just kept saying, this a coincidence. How all of a sudden this happened when you and him go y'all separate ways for good this time. Now all of a sudden, one of your triplets get claimed. Who in their right mind will steal their social? Then I go back like, I ain't never ever let him see their social, gave him their social. So if he got one of their socials, it's because you either went in my purse, like why I was asleep,
Okay,
or why
Ram,
I wasn't paying
congratulations,
attention,
sis.
or
Welcome
not
back.
around you or something. But you got their social by sneaking in my purse or sneaking wherever I hide their socials or something like that. So basically, you were being a thief behind my back the whole time. All I could do was take the procedures to the IRS, make a claim that basically one of my dependents have been, their identity has been stolen, somebody falsely claimed them, or whatever like that. Took the procedures to do that with the IRS. Of course, the IRS is like, they can't tell you specifically, like once they investigate, they can't tell you specifically who was the one that did it and stuff like that, but they do make a claim, they do investigate. You will, their taxes will get audited and you will get your money back, and they will owe you for the whatever year that, stuff like that. I gotta show proof that, basically I've been claiming them for years, and you know, all the proof. So it's just like whoever did it, you know damn well you're gonna have to give the money back. And that's fraud. So I am going to press charges at the end.
Okay. So Tanae is saying that she's speculating that Keontae is the culprit, although she has 3 people in mind that could have been the one, but for some odd reason, Keontae is the one that she's zeroing in on. Now, she just explained that she put a claim in with the IRS that one of her children, her daughter, Social Security number was fraudulently used on somebody else's taxes. The IRS went ahead and took the claim, and the IRS told her when they find out where the Social Security number and who claimed the child, they will go through the motions of auditing the person's taxes. They will go ahead and refund her the money that's due to her. And then they'll handle the situation. But in no way can the IRS or will the IRS tell you specifically who is the person who intercepted your child's Social Security number. Okay. So Tanae says she's going to file charges. However, she doesn't know definitively if it was Keontae. She speculates it's Keontae. And here in a few minutes, you'll hear her when she feels like she's gotten her receipt to prove to her it was Keontae.
End of the day, that's my mindset of when that happened. I'm like, whoever did it, and once I find out, I don't care who you are, I'm pressing charges. So, long story short, y'all, that hurted me bad because that was the process. I mean, I was in the process of like moving into my apartment, you know, the last apartment that y'all seen. So that's what I was gonna do to you know, move. Like that was the money I was gonna use to move, to start all over, to, you know, get everything right for me and my children at the end of the day, you know, because that's really what I do. Anytime I get tax money, it all goes back into my household or my children, you know, like I don't spend money to have fun or nothing. As you all can see, like the money that I do make always go into my kids. So when I do have a little extra to have fun, then I will. But anytime it's tax season, I pay my bills up for a year or for months. I buy my kids so many clothes and shoes for the year. I do a little something for myself. That's the same thing. I'm sure that's what a lot of people do. So, yeah, it's so crazy. I let it go. I talked to the IRS, did the claim or whatever. As we all know, it takes months for the IRS to investigate. That's fine. That's cool. I know eventually it'll all get worked out. That's just how it took it. So, y'all, let me tell you how God works. Me, usually my mindset is handle everything in your own hands. Do something to that person. I want you to feel my pain right then and there. I don't want to wait. That's usually my mindset. I don't want to wait till karma come back around. I don't want to wait till God handle you. I don't want to do that. I want to hurt you right now. I want you to feel how I feel right now. That's usually my mindset. That
Tanae, get to the story, ma'am, please.
mindset changed the moment I got pregnant again for a lot of people. So a lot of times now I don't take stuff in my own hand unless I truly have to right then and at that moment. Now I'm going through the courts. I'm going through the police. You got to fight them charges. Because at this point, if I do anything to you, then I got to fight charges. No, you got to fight them charges and you got to pay me back. So, y'all, this is what's funny. This is why I wanted to drop the video today. Because sometimes you can go do something, looking for something else, and something else will pop right out at you that you wasn't even looking for. So let me rewind back a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, I was asking him about his bills and stuff here. And he ended up telling me on his own that he had got behind on his rent sometime last year.
So let me tell y'all this. Tanae is very angry and upset that Keontae basically is working and doing a little better than her right now, right? She hasn't came out and directly said that, but you can just tell that's her anger. Not only that, the apartment that she's in right now, Keontae's apartment, and when they got into it, she was able to do a TPO and the courts granted it. And so Keontae was removed from the home based off text messages that they were sending back and forth. And Tanae found out once she realized, okay, Keontae's gone and she got a place for her and her kids to live. She soon found out after that the apartment, Keontae was behind on the rent. So Tanae looked into some places to help her get the rent caught up, but because her name is not on the lease, they wouldn't do it, right? So now about a month or so ago, Tanae came on and she did a video saying that she more than likely will be moving out of the state because she's trying to find housing that goes by her income. Now, she hasn't gave us an update on that. Like I said, it's been about 2 months ago, and she hasn't gave an update. And I see that she's still in the apartment. So I don't know what's going on. But right now she's telling us about, she confronted Keontae. How were you able to get your rent caught up? And he was telling her that him and the girl he was dating at the time and was living with, Mariah, he said him and Mariah collectively got the money together to get the back rent paid. But Tanae is now thinking, hindsight, no, you and her didn't do that. You used my tax money for my daughter to get the rent caught up. This is what she's speculating. But I'll tell you guys my reaction after her. I don't think that's what happened, but we'll let her finish telling her story.
And I was like, oh, y'all keep in mind, like I said, I know somebody claimed my baby on their taxes, and I kept telling y'all I feel like it was him, but I didn't have proof. So I'm still trying to kind of like get him to tell on himself without really just telling on myself of what I'm trying to get up out of him. So I go to ask him like, oh, when your rent was behind last year, I was like, oh, how you end up paying all them $1,000 back? Y'all not know? This man told me, oh, me and her, y'all know his ex. Oh, me and her, we worked real hard. We had worked real hard. We had got the $1,000 up or whatever. At first, I wasn't gonna pay it, but we went on to pay it. We went on to pay it together. Okay. Left it alone.
It was just $1,000. She just said it. So how is that hard to believe that Mariah working and Keontae working, that collectively they couldn't get the rent caught up? Like, I don't understand why Tanae feels like that's hard to believe. I believe the reason why Tanae feels like that's hard to believe because Tanae doesn't work. So she doesn't know what it means to go get extra, pick up extra hours. And she doesn't understand that concept because she doesn't work. Tanae lives off the government in order to take care of her children.
So I'm gonna tell you how I ended up finding out yesterday. He's in a room and they got the LED lights that's been in his room is still up.
She said the LED lights. She means the LED lights, but she called them LED lights because that's how it looks. LED, but it's anyway.
So I told the kids, I was like, y'all can still watch TV, but turn the LED lights off. They was like, Mommy, we can't find a remote. I was like, okay, I'm finna.
Yes, I remember Ezra.
So as I'm trying to help them find it, I'm lifting up the mattress and lifting up the box spring, even though I know it's supposed to be lifting. So, but I'm trying to find the remote because I'm like, y'all can change it to at least like a nighttime color, like red or dark blue or something like that. But it was on like a bright white light. So we are trying to.
We gonna get to it, Dara. Hold on, sis.
We can't find it on the right side. So I go to the left side. I'm lifting up the bed and still trying to find it. So the remote is white. So I'm thinking I see it because I see something white in this square. Like it's deep in the bed, but I have to like basically take the mattress out.
I don't understand why she's explaining this. Girl, you saw a piece of paper up under the box spring.
So I'm like, oh, the remote right here, the remote right here. Boom. It's not the remote. It's a piece of paper. So usually when I find paper, I just throw it in the trash, really, because I'm thinking it's something, the kids probably balled up, put up on the bed or something. Something say, no, open this an envelope. This an envelope. Y'all open the envelope. It's this. It's this, y'all. So that's a pay stub. That's a pay stub. I didn't even know they tell you how many, I guess, dependents or whatever you put on, like when you do a job, when you get hired and you gotta.
Yeah, Tanae, you wouldn't know that they show the exemptions on your pay stub because since you don't work anywhere and you don't try to get a job to get pay stubs, to notice that over the years they have changed that. This is actually kind of sad, but we're gonna let her talk.
Say how many dependents you claiming, or if you're gonna file exemption. I didn't even know they put that on the paper. Excuse me. So y'all just looking. I'm just looking. I'm not expecting to see that. I get to the bottom and damn if it don't say 1 plus 2 dependents. So what that tell y'all?
Hold on, Tanae. We're going to tell you what it tell us. So Tanae is saying when she found Keontae's old check stub, she noticed at the bottom of the check stub, it says 1 adult, 2 dependents, right? So instantly she's like, oh, this mother sucker. He didn't claim my daughter. Here go the proof right here. The IRS is not going to tell me who did it, but they don't have to tell me because I got the proof in my hand. I got his check stub. Now, here's the thing, y'all. Tanae will tell you here in a minute that she allows Keontae to claim little KJ, which is his biological son. Although it says 2 dependents on his check stub, doesn't necessarily mean it's your son and your daughter. It means it's 2 dependents. We also have to remember Keontae has 2 other children outside of Tanae, a girl and a boy. He has a boy that lives in Atlanta with him and a daughter that lives in Ohio. Now, I don't know because I've never sat down and had a conversation with Keontae, but it could be possible that Keontae, more than likely, I don't think the little girl in Ohio he would claim, but maybe the little boy, because the boy's mother, she's kind of like pillar to post. Keontae explained that in one of his videos. And it could be possible that that's the other dependent that he's claiming. And more than likely, he's probably cutting the other baby mommy, probably giving her $500 or something like that. Y'all, I'm speculating. But for Tanae to believe, because she sees he has 2 dependents on there, and for her to automatically assume that one of her daughters is the other dependent, because again, think about what I'm saying, y'all. Keontae, she gives Keontae permission to claim KJ, right? So Keontae's fully aware that he claims KJ, and more than likely, obviously, she's going to claim the other 3. Why would Keontae claim one of the 3 that he knows she's going to claim? If anything, Keontae will get out in the streets and hustle up on another kid. Or y'all know some people just put extra dependents on their W-2s throughout the year. Although it's still, even if they don't have 2 dependents, some people do that, you guys, just to eliminate so much taxes coming out their check. People lie on their W-2. It may not be right, but it happens, right? So it could be that he just added an extra dependent so he can get not as much taxes taken out. That's not proof that your daughter is the other dependent. All it's saying is he claims 2 dependents on his W-2. It's not saying that those 2 dependents is your son and your daughter.
1 adult is claiming 2 dependents. But what did I tell y'all? I knew I won't stupid. I was just waiting on some kind of proof to pop up for my case. And that goes back to stop trying to do everything on your time and just wait. Just be patient. It may not take days, Tanae. It may not.
But you still don't have proof, Tanae. You cannot file charges on Keontae because you don't have any proof. All you have is a check stub that says 2 dependents. If there's no names on that check stub, your daughter's name and your son's name is not on that check stub. It literally says the number 2. That 2 could be anybody. You can't file charges on that because you can't prove there's a crime. And here's the thing, y'all. Let's just say, for conversation purposes, that Keontae did claim her daughter. I'm not saying Keontae is the smartest bulb in the chandelier or the brightest bulb in the chandelier. Let me say that. I'm not saying Keontae is the brightest bulb in the chandelier, but I'm just going to assume that Keontae would not be that dumb to go and sneakily steal one of his stepdaughter's social security number behind Tanae's back when he knows Tanae is going to claim all 3 of those little girls. He knows that. And again, with him claiming KJ, more than likely, he probably gives Tanae, he probably gives Tanae a couple of dollars for claiming KJ, right? He more than likely does that. So, and more than likely, Keontae probably got another child out in the street somewhere that he's claiming and doesn't tell Tanae about it because he doesn't want Tanae to know how much money he really got back on his tax refund. Tanae, he just let Tanae know I got back this much because I claimed KJ. But in all actuality, he probably has another child out there that he's claiming and he's not telling her. And let's be honest, y'all. Let's just say he did claim the little girl. What trouble could he really get into? Because technically, that's his stepdaughter. They lived in the same household together. So what crime did he actually commit? I guarantee you on all those school records, Keontae is listed as the father. So again, if she pulled school records, if the IRS pulled school records, Keontae more than likely, for emergency contact purposes, he's listed as the father.
Weeks, Tanae. It may take months, Tanae. It may take years. But trust me, I got you. That's exactly what God was telling me. Because back in February when it happened, I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something that was going to cause me to get taken away from my children. Because it's like, who in the fuck would steal from Tanae? I don't steal from people. I give to people. That person is about to be dealt with legally. Legally.
Tanae sounds very foolish right now because, to be honest with you, if she pursued this, she actually probably end up getting in more trouble her own self. Because let's be honest, Tanae does YouTube, right? So the taxes that Tanae filed in 2023 was based off of 2022's income, right? So let's just say in 2022, she uses YouTube as income. For 6 months in 2022, Tanae did not put up NAM video because her and Keontae was going through their breakup. They got married, I believe, in March of 2022. They were broken up in June of 2022. I believe those are the dates that she gave. She met Arnaz in September of 2022, right? So Tanae, when she came back after being gone for so long, she was gone for like 6 months. So essentially, since you didn't really make any money on YouTube because you didn't produce any videos. So more than likely, Tanae is probably using self-employment. And let's be honest, y'all, when you file your taxes and you say self-employment, the IRS doesn't actually ask you for proof at that moment, right? They take your figures as the truth, right? But what the IRS will tell you is make sure you keep all your receipts, because there could be a possibility that you would be audited, right? And then they'll go back. And then that's when you're going to have to prove. If you say you was a hairdresser, well, they need proof. They need proof that you was a hairdresser, the clients, receipts, everything. You don't have that proof, then you're going to be in trouble. So Tanae can actually open up a bigger can of worms than she really would want to open up, trying to be spiteful to Keontae, when she does not have proof that Keontae actually stole her daughter's social security number. Me personally, I think it could be possibly her tax lady that could have did it. Again, I'm speculating, but I don't think Keontae is dumb enough to take her daughter's social security number when more than likely he knows she claims all three. Like, I think he was okay with claiming KJ with no issues, and he didn't need to ruffle her feathers by stealing the little girl's social security number. Because let's be honest, why would Keontae have to steal a social security number when all he had to do was ask Tanae for whatever? And then here's the funny part. Think about this, y'all. Now, Tanae says she's been aware of the stealing of her daughter's social security number since about March of 2023. You were still sleeping with Keontae during that time. So you purposely slept with a man that you felt like stole from you? You are saying that this baby could be Keontae's. So you had sex with a man that you said defied your daughter and stole your daughter's identity? Like, think about what you're saying, Tanae. It does not make you sound any better than him. The fact that you willingly, consciously was doing videos with this man in 2023, calling this man your husband, moved in with him, had sex with him, could possibly be pregnant by him, but now you're sitting in this video talking about he defied you and stole your daughter's social security number.
It happened the end of this year, whether it happened next year. That person owe me. That person owe my daughter.
Wonderful and Grace, welcome to the Breakroom, honey. Thanks for becoming a member.
That was very wrong. And I want y'all to be very aware, because there's a lot of men out here just like him. I'm starting to really believe men are incapable of love. Seriously. Because once the benefits run out, baby, you see these men true colors. They don't give a fuck about you or your children. And I want y'all to look at my life as a perfect example. That man played for years like you really loved my triplets. And baby, you left us, and the whole time you had on your mind, oh, tax season, I'm gonna make sure I steal one of her daughters' identity to get me a couple thousands to pay the back rent that me and my ex couldn't afford to pay.
See, today, that's why you shouldn't still be sitting in Keontae's apartment. You are literally miserable right now because you don't have any money. You're trying to figure out where you and your kids are going to go. She should have left that apartment. She should have gotten her own place and her own space, and not be reminded of how Keontae basically played you and those kids. Now, again, I personally don't feel like Keontae stole the little girl's social security number. I don't think Keontae would be that dumb to do that when he knows without a shadow of a doubt she's going to claim all three of those little girls. And he more than likely appreciate the fact, because he doesn't pay child support for KJ, that she allows him to claim KJ. I don't think Keontae would be that greedy to steal the little girl's social security number. That's just my opinion. But again, I mean, we've seen stranger things happen.
So I'm going to steal some money from her daughter so me and my ex can still have a place to lay our head, since she moved on with her kids. And you really think I'm going to let you get away?
Thank you, wonderful Grace.
No. I play cool.
You're right, Gabby girl. She does.
I stay silent all day, every day. But trust me, like Rod Wade said, you're going to pay me back for that one. For sure. I let a lot of people get away with a lot of things when it comes down to me, because I'm strong enough.
But here's the funny part about all this. You're so upset that Keontae stole your little girl's social security number. And in no way am I saying that she should sleep on that, because if he truly did, yeah, he dead ass wrong for that, right? However, Keontae wasn't the only man that did you wrong in 2022 and 2023. The other man that could potentially be your child's father that's in your belly, Mr. Arnaz. Mr. Arnaz led you to believe in 2022 that he was your knight in shining armor. Mr. Arnaz led you to believe that he was going to put you and your kids in this house, in which y'all did go move into a house. And he led you to believe that he was going to take care of you like the woman you feel like you should be taken care of. Tanae feels like she should be a kept woman. Soon after they moved into the house in November, December of 2022, Arnaz conveniently stops answering the phone from the lady who fraudulently got them in this house, right? The whole situation where Arnaz was a fraud, right? He didn't pay the rent. He wouldn't pay Tanae wasn't going to pay the rent. And not only that, you let Arnaz homeboy move into your house that goes by your income. Arnaz homeboy get you put out of that apartment. So me personally, I feel like Arnaz is the bigger culprit, because girl, you lost your whole place to live behind dealing with Arnaz. Dealing with Keontae, if Keontae is the culprit of the missing social security number of the little girl, he basically screwed you out of about $1,500. But Arnaz screwed you out of 12 months of living. Plus, you could have still been living in that apartment right now today. But you can't, because Arnaz, who was led to believe to be your knight in shining armor, turned out to be a rusty shining armor of suit. He was a rusty suit. He definitely wasn't nothing shiny about Arnaz. But yet you got all this vitriol for Keontae, but none for Arnaz.
But the moment you played with them children that I birthed, that I went through hell to bring in this world, and when they got here, I went through postpartum with alone.
Gabby girl, thank you so much for the super chat.
You did any wrong, so I promise I'm gonna pay you back for that.
Girl, you can't pay back nothing. Gabby girl says, TMI, I have a feeling. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Give me a moment, Gabby girl. Gabby girl says, TMI, I have a feeling she's going to claim the little boy this year. She seems like she would do that. I mean, at this point, she probably would claim little KJ. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Keontae would have to be quicker than her. If Keontae is quicker than her and claims first, then it's nothing she could do, because that's his son. And technically, he can prove throughout the years, even right now, they're at the address that she's at right now. That's the address the school has. Keontae can prove that was his apartment since last year and this year. So technically, she couldn't argue him claiming that little boy, because A, that's his biological child. And B, if you want to say as far as living, when we go off addresses, the school has this address she's currently at, which the apartment is in Keontae's name. So I don't think she would have a good enough fight. I don't know, y'all. I never had to go through that. So, some of y'all that had to do that, y'all let me know in the chat.
I got to. It ain't no way I'm going to let you ride out with that one like that. I wouldn't be who the fuck I am to let you do that. No.
Okay, all right, thank you.
With shit like that. Definitely when my children looked at you like a real father figure. And not only that, you took the money and let's remember, you took the money and you ain't do shit for them with it. Even you claiming your biological child that I allow you to claim, you take the money and you splurge. Every new year, you got to buy a new car. Because towards the middle of the year, the end of the year, your car getting repoed. So now when tax season comes, you got to buy a whole nother car. You going to the club every day. You portraying to the women like you got it, like you balling, like you rich. And a lot of y'all men be out here looking rich because your kids ain't in your budget, my nigga.
Girl, I mean, you know, she is telling the truth though. There are a lot of men be out here flexing and your kid and their kids are not in their budget. She definitely was right about that. But in this situation, to me, Tanae has somewhat of a leg to stand on, not a lot, because again, you allow these men in your life to have passes. So when you continuously allow a man to get over on you, what is he going to continuously do? Get over on you. Again, you had all this vitriol for Keontae because you found out in the middle of 2023 that he could be a possible suspect in stealing your daughter's social security number. But yet you still laid up with this man and had sex with him and possibly could be pregnant with his baby. So how much vitriol and hate did you really have for Keontae for possibly stealing your daughter's social security number when since you was sleeping with the ninja all of 2022 and 2023?
So as I said before, you got to pay me back for that one. Because charges will be pressed. And my daughter need her money back. So with that being said, ladies, I want you to be very aware who you dating. Because tax season is on the way again. Be very aware who you dating. Be very aware who you think loving on you. For you.
Hey, you need to take your own advice. You don't need to give advice to anybody until you started taking your own accountability. And you're right, Elevate Nikki. You are definitely right. Your statement is so true. So tonight, y'all, we're going to end it here because that's the gist of the conversation. She felt like she got the smoking gun when she went to lift up the box spring and mattress and found one of Keontae's old check stubs and noticed on the check stub. What probably made her mad is when she picked up the check stub and seen how much money he brought home and started having flashbacks on how she was probably asking that man for money. He kept telling her he ain't had none. And she looked at that check stub and said, "Oh, ninja, you a damn lie." But again, it's our fault as women for allowing men to keep getting over on us. If a man keeps getting over on you, then obviously, y'all, that's what he's going to keep doing until you, the woman, stand up and take accountability and don't allow a man to run over you, regardless if you have his children or not. You shouldn't allow a man to play with you, because if you do, that's what he's going to do. He's going to play. He's going to keep playing until you stand up and take accountability for the way you need to be treated. Tanae's biggest problem is Tanae needs to go get a job. At this point, social media is not even a good thing for her. Tanae needs to learn to be responsible, right? And she needs structure and she needs guidance, right? She needs to be in a structured environment so she can really understand what it means to get out here and earn a living for her children, right? This lady is about to be a mother of 5 kids, and you sitting on the floor, you about to have a baby, probably, I think she's due next month sometime. You're about to have a baby in less than a month, right? And you sitting on the floor worrying about somebody that's possibly stole your child's social security number last year or this year or whatever it was, as if you're going to get the money back today. I'm not saying that it's not a big deal, because it definitely is a big deal to get your identity taken. That definitely is a big deal. But the bigger piece to this puzzle is, even if you did get the $1,500 back tomorrow, sis, what you going to do after that? Because if you don't have a consistent stream of income coming in, you're going to be in the position that you're in right now, living in somebody else's house with nowhere to go. Tanae, we'll talk to you later, sis. Bye. All right. That's enough for her, y'all. Ooh, Lord, have mercy. It just be the foolishness, y'all. Some of these people get on this internet and they be talking out the side of their neck saying absolutely nothing. Tanae sounded like a complete idiot in that video because, again, you finding a check stub and it's saying 2 dependents on there is no proof whatsoever that he actually did. The proof would have been the copy of his actual tax paper. That's the proof, right? If you would have found a copy of his tax papers and would have seen your daughter's name on that as one of the dependents, that would have been the smoking gun. You finding a check stub saying 1 adult and 2 dependents is not the smoking gun, sis. All it was is a check stub that says 2 dependents. There's no names. It's just numbers. That's no proof. And the money that his 1040, right? And the money that she would spend to go file Small's claim, girl, you could use that money to go on a deposit for a damn apartment. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's move on. Okay. We've been stuck on Tanae for damn near an hour. Okay. It's a possibility he never changed his tax info. That's a possibility too, Miss Love. I don't know how long Keontae's been on this job, but that definitely could be a possibility. Okay. Yet, Rem, it doesn't mean anything. All it means is what it says, two dependents. We don't know who those two dependents are. Okay. Mahogany says she's financially irresponsible. If she did get it, her situation will still be the same. She prioritizes nails and fun and foolishness over paying the bills up. Well, here's the thing, Mahogany. She says when she gets her tax money, she pays her bills up for a couple of months to a year. Based off the bills that Tanae had last year when she was staying in the low-income apartment, that could be easy because, again, that apartment went by her income, and her income is little to nothing. So if you get a tax check of $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 and your rent is $25, $50 a month, yeah, hell yeah, you could pay that up for a year. She put money on her light bill. She put money on her gas bill. She doesn't have a car note. So if y'all think about it, Tanae doesn't have real bills. Oh, let me say this. Those are real bills. She doesn't have a lot of bills. And the bills that she had, because she don't have any right now, but the bills that she had weren't a lot, you guys. You got people out here paying mortgages of $2,500 a month. You got people out here paying rent for $1,600, $1,800, $1,900 a month, right? Tanae didn't have that problem. She don't even have that problem right now. And when she did have the apartment earlier this year, she couldn't even stay there for 3 full months because she didn't have the money to pay for it. That's the biggest reason her and Keontae got into it the first time, because she wanted Keontae to allow her and the kids to move in with him so they could split whatever bills. And Keontae was like, no. So then she got mad because she got put out and she had to move. Tanae is really mad because Keontae put her in a bad position. However, Keontae didn't put Tanae there. Tanae put herself there because she allows herself to depend on men. Because I keep saying this, Tanae wants to be a kept woman. And I'm sorry, I don't think she qualifies for that. All right, y'all, let's move on. Okay. Let's get on over into a different conversation. Make sure you guys hit the like button, clock into the break room. I don't know how many likes we have, but we got 592 watching. I'm just going to assume we got at least 300 likes. If we don't, y'all go ahead and make that happen, okay? Rent 2K over here. I know that's right, Ari. Woo, baby. True, and she got a lump sum right before she supposedly left Atlanta, and she still had to move in with Keontae. Exactly. And then the furniture that she bought with that lump sum, Mahogany, I think she said she ended up selling that furniture. So she got a lump sum of money, bought furniture and stuff, and then got put out of the apartment and still had to sell the furniture. So essentially, she still doesn't have anything. All right. Hey, Miss TLD. All right, y'all, let's move on. So let's get on over to let's get over to my Jazzy life real quick, y'all. So Jasmine went live yesterday, okay, to let us know that the kiddos is sick, okay? Y'all know Jasmine's kids stay sick over there. Out of all the YouTube moms that we frequently watch over here in the break room, Jasmine by far has the sickest kids I ever seen in my life. I've never seen such sick children. Jasmine's kids stay snotting, sneezing, coughing, wheezing. It's always something with her. Now, at one point, Jasmine was giving those children vitamins. I don't know if she's still doing that. I don't know if it's their situation, if their diet is not a good diet. We watch Jasmine prepare meals for her children. We even watch Jasmine cook for her kids. So when it comes to nutrition, we don't see a lot of that as far as what she does. Now, maybe when they go to school, they get a more nutritious, balanced meal. But I've never in my life seen children that stay as sick as her kids. I've never seen it. They stay sick. They're always sick. It's the weirdest thing. So let's go ahead and tune in to a live stream she did yesterday. We're definitely not going to be here long, but let's get into it.
Gotta sit down.
It definitely is a germ fest, Nisha.
So every time I try to sit down and edit, um, yeah, he's pulling me back to lay down.
So let me just say this. When I saw this last night, I instantly got this feeling. Now, we know Jasmine has 5 kids. Legend is the youngest, right? But for some odd reason, she treats Legend much different than she did those twins when they were babies. I don't know how she treated Amaya and Kaylin, because I wasn't watching her then. I started watching her when the twins were like a few months old, right? She treats Legend much different than she did those twins. It's almost like although he is a baby, she called him in this live an infant. He's definitely not an infant. He would what you would call a toddler. He'll be 2, I think, next week sometime. But it's just like he gets sick and the whole world stops. But you'll hear her discuss how Amaya was sick and how she responded to that.
So whatever it is that Amaya had, he now has. And when I tell y'all, the nights have been so hard. I'm so tired. Hold on, I can't hear. There you go.
I don't understand why this was a live stream. Why wasn't this incorporated in the vlog? We could have got 3 minutes or 2 minutes or even a minute of her interaction with Legend because he's sick. Okay. Now, I do hope, we all know as mothers, we know how our children are when they're sick, right? Regardless of whatever age. When you're sick, right? But Jasmine literally does not know what to film anymore. Like she called this day 3. So Jasmine feels like if she doesn't put up a video, she'll do a live stream. And that's just, that's the same thing. No, sis, your channel is vlogs. Like, where are the vlogs, Jasmine? I've said this many times. Her live streams kills her channel. And over time, people just don't show up like they used to. Now, we're still watching, and I try to keep hope alive for Jasmine. I just really feel like at this point, it's just hopeless. Like, this young lady's channel has literally tanked. And it's sad because, Jasmine had an opportunity to have a vibrant channel like any other person here on YouTube. And Jasmine got caught up in all the drama on YouTube. And me personally, I think she's lost her luster for YouTube. And over time, Jasmine will soon see that the views are not viewing, the check is not checking. And I think she's going to check out, right? Because you can only do so much when people are not watching you.
I can feel his heartbeat. Yeah, he's just been like laying around, wanting me to hold him. And when I see, he cries when he gets sick. And it's like over and over and loud. I can't even hear myself edit. I even tried to hold him while I edit, and it just, yeah, that wasn't working. He kept pulling me back to the bed. Right now the bed's flat, but I had it inclined last night, and he was laying on my chest. I was so tired this morning. Ooh, but I got up to feed the kids, and he.
Now, if you notice, she said she had the bed inclined last night, and she had him on his chest. Now, y'all know for the past couple months, we speculated that Chris is no longer in the building. Quiz is no longer in the building. In this whole 40 minutes, we're not going to watch the whole 40 minutes. However, I did watch about 25 minutes. So let me just say, in the whole 25 minutes, there was never any mention of what the dad was doing to assist with the sick kiddo that they have together, right? There was no mention. Even just now, she said that he was on her chest. She made no mention that Chris got up and went and got him something to drink, or Chris took him for a while to give her a break. She made no mention of that.
He ate a little bit, He did eat a little bit of breakfast. He ate a breakfast sandwich, but he's not. That's the most he ate. He really ain't. No, no, no. I lied because he had a sandwich when we got back home. But
You're right,
he
Sheikah.
does not
She
feel good.
does.
I can't.
Jasmine, you're right, Sheikah. Jasmine treats whatever man that she's in love with. That's how she treats the child, right? So she's in love with Chris. So a legend is her golden child. And when she was, you know what? I don't know if that's really true, Sheikah, because we seen how she was treating those twins when they were little, but I think that was more so she was just desperate and distraught because she was in there taking care of them by herself.
Can't give him no more medicine. I already gave him the amount that he's supposed to have. He's a little warm still. I've been alternating, and I just realized I used the rest. I should grab another Tylenol between Tylenol and Motrin. See, he can't vocalize what's wrong, but Amaya can. So I know. So I'm gonna give him a treatment if he wakes up. I'm gonna give him a treatment. Because she was saying like her chest feels heavy.
Now you said you're going to give Legend a treatment. Is he prescribed that type of treatment, or are you just giving it to him because you give it to the other kids? Has the doctor prescribed him asthma medication? I mean, why not just get a humidifier?
Hold on, let me read y'all's comment. I can't even. Hold on, I gotta pull it down so I can see. Hey Rita. Hey Kayla's fam. Maria. Hold on, I'm trying to go back up. I'm down today. Back is killing
They did,
me. Hey
LaToy.
Crane. Hold on, y'all.
Exactly, Black and Bougie. That's what I just said. If he's not on, if he doesn't have asthma or bronchitis, why are you giving him nebulizer treatment if the doctor didn't prescribe that for him? Now, she claims that she did take the kids to the doctor.
Oh shit. Let me read that
So I
again.
don't know, unless the
Back is
doctor
killing
prescribed for
me
him to be
from
on
standing at the hospital.
a
My husband
nebulizer, why are you giving
when
that
he
to him?
had surgery. Oh my God! I pray for your husband's speedy recovery, and I know you tired. Both my toddlers had a fever, and the other night was horrible. Baby, the last 2 nights with him has been horrible. At first, I was like, maybe it's because I took him outside. I took him to the park, but it was just like not cold. It was not. He was just around Maya because Maya's been sick. Like everything, how she was damn like bad, y'all. Like when she came home that day, because she went to school, right? She went to school. She didn't go to school on Halloween, and I asked her. I was like, "You sure you want to go trick or treating?" Because I was going to do movie night, and that was it. And she's like, "I'm fine, I'm fine." So she went to school the next day, and
So if she was so sick, Jasmine, and she didn't go to school on Halloween, why did you send her to school the next day? I would have kept the child home at least 48 hours for whatever bug that's in them is completely out. So you don't go, so the kid doesn't go to school and start getting other children sick. She's so busy not trying to have all those kids at home at one time.
next thing I know, I get a call that her dad's bringing her back home, and the nurse said she had like 100 and something fever, and I
So you sent the girl to school that morning, the next day, and soon after she gets to school, you get a call saying Philip bringing her home because the nurse said she got 100 something fever. If she had 100 and something fever soon after getting to school, she more than likely had that same fever before she left your house.
I had to like I feel like she was just a baby all over again. She did not want to undress. I had to put her in her pajamas. I gave her a little sponge bath because she didn't. She said like that's everything touching her hurts. So I gave her like a sponge bath, a little warm sponge bath, and then I put her in her pajamas. But she didn't even. She ended up taking her pajamas off.
So someone just asked, why is the school calling dad and not her? Because more than likely, when Jasmine seen the school call, she didn't answer the phone. I guarantee you that's what happened. When she seen the school was calling, she didn't answer the phone because she didn't want to be bothered. So obviously what the school does is they call the next person on the list. For her 4 children, obviously they would call the dad or Hannah, right? And so they called Philip, and Philip probably called Jasmine. Jasmine didn't answer the phone. So Philip said, F it, I'm going to come get her, right? So then Philip probably texted her and said, hey, I'm about to bring Amaya to the house. The nurse said she got a temperature of 100. Then Jasmine picks up the phone and acts surprised and bewildered like she didn't know what was going on. When you sent that girl out to school, the girl was sick and didn't go to school on Halloween, but yet she went trick-or-treating.
And she was wrapped up in like one of those sheets. She took Ava's sheet and she's still using it, but she would not get in her bed.
Oh,
And
okay.
I was like, why
I'm
are you on
sorry,
the
you guys. You
floor?
said Philip was already at the school dealing with Aiden's behavior issues. Oh, okay. How did y'all know that? Was that in a vlog or did Jasmine say it? Yeah, I haven't been watching Jasmine like that. I'm sorry.
She wouldn't eat at first. And I just kept giving her water and Gatorade. But she was like not really drinking the Gatorade, which is weird. But she was chugging the water. And so she was like, it feels better. It doesn't hurt on the floor. I was like, well, let me give you some pillows. So I gave her, put her pillows down. And I came and got some extra pillows from out of here. I gave her the yellow ones. And she had used those, but she ended up not laying on them. And then when she was in a deep sleep, I put her back in her bed. And
Oh God, I don't even know what Jasmine's talking about. So y'all said she said it in another video. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't. I'm sorry. I'm behind on Jasmine's videos, so I didn't see that. I just found it odd that Philip would be the one. So he was already at the school. So okay, correction to the people watching or listening. Jasmine said in another video, maybe before this live, obviously, that Philip was already at the school dealing with Aiden's issues, which, let's be honest, y'all, Philip does need to tag team Jasmine in that. Jasmine goes to the school. He needs to go to the school. So they definitely need to be tag teaming the little boy and his, but see, that's the thing. Philip at the school handling Aiden's behavior issues. And I've suggested this before in reactions. Jasmine, why don't you go to the school and spend an hour or 2 hours with Aiden and watch him as he's in school so you can handle the problem as you see it happening and redirect him at that point. I'm not saying Philip should be the only one. I feel like they both, especially the fact that Jasmine is the stay-at-home mom and Philip does work a job. So if Philip can work a job and take time off the job that he works outside the home to come see about his son, how come Jasmine can't do the same thing? And she's a mom who works from the home. Now, if you need somebody to watch Legend, then that's when you make accommodations with Chris, or you go get your mom and say, hey, I need you to watch Legend. I got to go up to the school for about an hour or two. I feel like where there's a will, there's a way. You know, I mean, all of us moms at some point have experienced that. But if you notice, she's discussing Amaya and her behavior at home. If y'all notice, Jasmine's talking about what she did for Amaya, but we didn't see that. But with Legend, you got Legend sitting on your chest and you can barely talk because his little weight all on your chest. So you're showing us how you're caring for Legend, but you're telling us how you care for Amaya.
Back in her room and she was back on the floor. And this one, he's so congested. You can hear it. He's just like, and let me try to get up and move. I want to get up, y'all. I'm gonna try to at 5.
Southside Butterfly. Now you got a point there. They did let Philip in school, and y'all know Philip is considered what's he on the S offender list? Child, maybe they Philip didn't make them aware of that. Now I don't know, because I thought the schools have a list of SA or SOs or SAs people. I thought, because it's public knowledge, and I thought the school like has a list. I don't know. Okay, y'all gotta ask Jasmine that question. I don't know.
5 to feed the older ones. I got some chicken noodle soup, and when I tell y'all, he was so mad at me, and I thought it was just hot or something. I had just got the Campbell's chicken noodle soup. I guess it tastes real nasty because he did not like it. Yeah, I hope he feels better. Yeah, I did. I put vape rub on him. I did. I put the baby one though. I'm afraid to use the adult one. I've seen too many things. Too many reviews about, using the regular strong vape rub on infants, and that's why I'm afraid to. So I only put the baby one on him.
So you don't give Legend real vape rub because you're afraid of the side effects, but yet you got him on a nebulizer, and more than likely he hasn't been prescribed that. Makes sense, Jasmine. Okay, Jazz, we'll talk to you later, sis. Hope the kiddos get to feeling better. Bye. All right, y'all. That's enough for her. Okay. I don't know what the hell she was talking about. Something about Vicks rub on the chest and what she don't do, what she do, chicken noodle soup. Baby, I don't know. Okay, there's a whole lot going on over there. She couldn't make soup. Child, y'all asking Jasmine to do a lot. The girl don't even make meatloaf. Y'all want her to make chicken noodle soup. He's not an infant looking like Grady. He just coughed and he didn't sound congested. He coughed earlier and he did sound congested. I'm not saying the little boy. I think the little boy is sick, but that's not the point. The point of that, the point of me reacting to that is me personally. This is not picking at her, but I don't know, y'all. I'm sorry. As a mother myself, I just really feel like she gives Legend preferential treatment versus the other kids, because, she's still in awe of Chris. She's not in awe of Philip anymore. And she, if you've been watching Jasmine long enough, you could just definitely tell whatever man she's with, that's what she's only been with 2 that we know of, the 2 men she has kids with. But although Legend is a baby, I don't know why, she treats him better than the others. You told us about Amaya being sick, but you didn't show us that in a vlog. But Legend sitting on your chest. I don't know. Jasmine is just a very weird woman, and she parents very differently. I think we all can attest to that her parenting skills is very different from what a lot of us are used to, especially if you're a mom of multiple children. If you're a mom of multiple children, you try to give each and every one of your children the adequate attention that they so desire or need, right? You just try really hard to do that, right? And Jasmine, I feel like she lacks at doing that. And she doesn't think it's true, but again, we're watching her, so we can pick up on it because we watch her mannerisms with all her children. And when it comes to Legend, like, he's definitely the creme de la crop in her eyes, in my opinion, versus when I watched her when those twins were little. It was very different with those twins versus Legend now. Okay. Choosing the best life. Say, yeah. You said, yeah, I wondered the same thing too. With other children present, I think Jasmine also was showing a lot of stink above because she probably hoping that Chris will see the video. Y'all, again, I don't know if Chris is gone or not. I feel like her and Chris are still in contact with each other. He just, for some reason, she just doesn't utter his name anymore. And I think it's really because Chris has told her, don't mention me at all. Not at all. Not at all. But because Jasmine has mentioned him so much in the past 3 years that they've been together, people are just used to hearing and seeing Chris, right? So now that people don't hear and see Chris, although we all have said, Jasmine, take that man off your channel. We all suggested Jasmine to do that. But I think by the time she did it, it was too late. It was too late. He had already tarnished the channel. Too bad for her. I mean, to me, but Chris doesn't want to be seen because I personally feel Chris is embarrassed of Jasmine and her social media status in this YouTube thing. That's just my opinion. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's move on. So now we're going to get on over here to old Livy Poo. Okay. So y'all, Livy went live yesterday, and it was the strangest thing. I put a post on my community tab alerting y'all to the fact that Livy was acting as if she was going in labor. And she titled the live, Bro, It's Time. And I said, or Bro, It's Not Time. And I said, bro, who's she talking to? I said, oh, Lord. No, that's not. Is that the call, mating call for I'm about to go in labor? You say, bro, it's time. It's not time. As if, girl, who are you talking to? I mean, hell, she even called that little boy AJ, bro. It's the weirdest thing. So we're going to take a look at what Olivia wants to speculate as she possibly was going into labor. A lot of you speculate that she's already had the baby. But again, y'all, we're going to go along with Sis' story over there. I do too, Round.
I doubt anyone is up right now. Oh, hey, Kiroti. Hey, y'all. Kiara. Hey, y'all. Hey, Clinton. Hey, Jody. Hey, Leah. Y'all, I don't know if I'm tripping or what, but like, I keep
You know, sis, at this point, it's not necessarily that the people fall for her antics. It's almost like Krishan Rock. You know how Krishan posts up and people get to talking about it, and you know, just because it's a conversation piece. At this point, Olivia is just a conversation piece. I think a lot of us just like to show how silly she is.
and I think it's just the Braxton Hicks, but they're like back to back. And like now it feels like they're getting like a little
Exactly racist.
Stronger. Hey Ashley, thank you. But it is not time. Like, no, I'm not. This can't be anything. I don't know. I usually get them at nighttime, but not this much. Okay. I'm just trying to relax. I know they can happen a lot more if you're dehydrated. So I've been drinking a lot of water. Damn, the freaking comments. I forgot the comments do this. Let me see. Live. Dang. Why did the freaking comments do that? They get all jumbled up. Oh, see, now I'm having another one.
So apparently, Olivia was having some Braxton Hicks. At least he wanted us to believe that she was having some Braxton Hicks. And if you guys don't know, Olivia claims that she's due December the 24th. She says she's 32 weeks. So like I posted on my community tab, instead of Olivia, calling up the man that she's pregnant by and letting him know, Sis decided to get on the internet and let us know. Now, again, this was early in the morning, right? It was probably like, I don't know, 8:30 in the morning. And I was sitting up here like, okay, this is kind of odd. And she proceeded to say in the next live that we're going to take a look at that she had called her mom too. Now, if y'all don't know, Olivia's mother is back in California because I believe Olivia's grandmother is sick or something to that nature. So Stella decided to tell Olivia, you need to fend for yourself now. I've literally helped you with AJ since he's came into the world. Now I got to go see about my mama. Okay, because there's never anybody to see about Stella. What happens when Stella gets broke down? Who gonna see after Stella? Olivia's so self-absorbed in all she has going on. Is Olivia gonna have the bandwidth to see after her mother the way her mother has seen after her? No, she probably won't, because again, Olivia is now going to be a mother of 5 damn kids, right? More than likely, if something happened to Stella, What's her sister name? Raquel. Raquel will probably be the one to take care of her mother. Olivia doesn't have enough sense, in my opinion, to see after her mother like her mother has seen after her and her children.
Okay. Obviously, like I said, when I get them at nighttime, they're usually like, I'll get like 2 or
Y'all
3,
calling the baby
maybe
Annabelle?
5, maybe, I don't know, like 5 at the most, I think. Because I'm telling you, they come like real late at night.
Hey, Sunrise.
And it's usually when I'm like trying to get the baby to bed and stuff like that, or giving him a bath and stuff like that. But I'm just like, I was just laying in bed and they kept coming. What the hell? So I got up to drink some water. How long do they last? Not long, just a couple seconds. But I cannot have this baby right now. Like it's not, no. See, I'm having another one. You see? Why am I having them? Like, it's okay. I just need to stop freaking
This
out.
girl is up here asking why is she having Braxton Hicks as if this is her first delivery, right? This is your 5th pregnancy. What, don't you know by this point? Like this shouldn't be anything new to her. Like, girl, this is your 5th rodeo.
And they're not painful, but they're kind of like, ooh, oh my gosh.
Right, for what?
It's like a wave. Oh my god, I cannot have this baby right now. I'm only 32 weeks. This is not the time. This is not the time. I feel like I'm gonna cry. Have you guys ever dealt with this? Have you guys? I never had. This has never happened.
What's never happened? You've never had Braxton Hicks before?
Okay, there. Let's just time them. Let's see how far apart they are. I don't know if anybody timed.
So you're timing your alleged contractions with the internet opposed to a medical professional or even the father of the child. It's almost given that the father of the child and put her on the block list. Because, girl, why are you not timing the contraction with the baby daddy? Like, what the internet gonna do? Come over there and tell you to push? You can't even hear the internet. Everybody got to type. Nobody can talk.
Time that, but that one lasted a little longer too. I don't know what time it was though. Did anybody see what time it was? Damn, and I can't see the stupid comments. Okay, most certainly clocking the frequency. Okay. Well, let's see when the next one comes. Maybe they'll just stop, hopefully. I just want them to stop.
You know, it's just funny how Olivia, if you guys been watching her as long as I have, it's just funny how Olivia at first came on here and prided herself by having 3 kids by one man. Y'all remember how she used to shade Strong Mama Chrissy for having multiple baby daddies, and now she is a multiple baby mama. Isn't that something? You'll see how the tables can definitely turn on you. She definitely was. I have all my kids by one man. One man. And now, girl, you got multiple baby daddies. Girl, you can definitely get the multiple baby daddy t-shirt.
I have a birthday party to go to today. Like, my ass can't freaking sleep. Now the sun is coming up.
You said, where's her support team? Hell, it's in her hand. She's holding it. Her cell phone, her chat. That's her support team.
Maybe I should Google it. Let's see. I heard Braxton Hicks are fine, and of course I've done this.
Exactly, Virgo Diva.
I've done this before, so it's like I just know that they're a problem if they come, you know, if they start coming. I'm so tired. What y'all doing? Oh, I can't read y'all comments really like that. Okay, let's see. Maybe we'll just stop. Just stop, okay? Just chill, relax. I have too much shit going on. This is not the time. And it's too early. What the hell? There's 32 weeks? No.
Okay, y'all. So we're not going to finish this live because it really was nothing. All right. I just wanted to give you guys that part of the live so you can understand the live. Oh, wait a minute. I wanted to give you guys a live where she actually explained why she did this video. Okay. So let me pull up that live real quick. So several hours after this live, Olivia decides to go live to let the people know that it's a false alarm. She basically was going off the internet because, you know, people were saying, oh my God, Olivia could possibly be in labor. And the community post that I posted, a lot of you guys were in the chat. And you guys were like, some of you were like, I think she already had the baby. And y'all know we did a live stream the other day because she was gone for a few days and we speculated that maybe she had the baby. So let's go ahead and listen to this, her response to people saying that she was in labor.
I was freaking out last night. I'm not gonna lie. Because, you know, that's scary. Give me this, little boy. How far along are you? I'm 32 weeks. Yeah, people also in my comments seem to think like, what do you want? What? What do you want? You just ate. You want what? You want a cracker? You want this? You want a bar? Oh, you want a lollipop. Okay. You're saying bar, but you're looking for the lollipop. Here you go. You can have one. Oh, yeah, I need to rest. You can say that again, girl. Okay, let me get my stand so I can sit up, so I could be down here for just a little minute. Here we go. AJ will leave it alone. You gonna leave the stand alone, or are you gonna try to grab it? I need some water, so. Yeah, girl, I need to rest, but girl, I ain't got time to rest. I have no time to rest. I woke up and I called my mom today, and I told her what happened. She's like, Olivia, you need to rest. I'm so sure. How am I gonna rest? I ain't got time to rest.
And I think what Olivia is talking about, you guys, when she's saying I have no time to rest, it's been speculated that Olivia may be moving back to Texas. So I think she's preparing to do that as well, too. I'm not really sure, but a little birdie told me that. So I don't know if that's what she's talking about. She has no time to rest because, girl, you don't leave the damn house. So how come you don't have time to rest? You literally have one child there. Gerard got the other three, which is, you know, the bulk of the children. You got one and one in your belly.
Girl, I have no time to rest. Okay. Hold on, y'all. If you guys have any questions, you guys can ask me questions. I just really hate how these blinds look because this baby. He messed up the blinds, y'all. Whew, okay. And I only have a little sports bra on.
So you guys caught that. She said she called her mom, but she made no mention of calling the child's father. I keep trying to tell y'all that girl is on the block list. She can't get through to the daddy.
Because I don't like clothes. AJ, give me that EC. Because you're going to have it playing and give me copywriting.
So let's talk about this, y'all. Let's talk about the fact that Olivia says she's 32 weeks pregnant. So in about 2 months, she's due to deliver. We have not seen not one baby haul. We have not seen anything in her house that's in any type of preparation of a new baby coming. It's a little girl, right? We know how much Olivia wants a little girl, okay? There's been no videos, no nothing, okay? Nothing showing anything prepping for a new baby. Again, this is supposed to be a mommy channel. This is supposed to be a vlog channel. Again, she missed the boat with AJ. And so she couldn't vlog that because she was too busy trying to be secretive about that. But she's being more vocal about this baby girl that she's pregnant with. Well, where is all those videos at, sis? There's been no baby shower. There's, you're 32 weeks. The baby shower should have been already done. When she did the gender reveal, it was her and the kids on the beach by themselves, no baby daddy, nobody was there. He definitely wasn't the one holding the camera because we know Olivia has a tripod for that. It's the weirdest thing, but yet she says her life is glorious and fine and she's happy. This live was an hour and 44 minutes. Obviously, we're not going to react. I'm going to react to that live, but I'm going to chop it up and put it up in videos on my thoughts and opinions of certain things that she talked about in this live. But I just wanted you guys to get a gist of what she was saying in response to her coming on live thinking she was about to go in labor.
So, hold on. Give me this. Gimme. Thank you. You ain't watching it no way. Here you go. Okay. AJ, sit down, honey. Girl, he never sits down. He's always on the go. Look, y'all, I can put
Girl, that hair is not herring.
my hair in a half up and half down. It's the growth for me. Okay.
You know what's so funny? When she was pregnant with baby AJ, she told us stories that the father of that child, which is allegedly the father of this child, had a whole nursery at his house. Y'all remember the elephant nursery? She told us that the father had a whole nursery ready to welcome his firstborn child. Also, then we know it was a firstborn son. There's been no mention in this pregnancy of that father, who allegedly is the same father to AJ, of any type of preparation for now would be his firstborn daughter, right? There's been no talk, no nursery preparation. The same nursery of the elephants should now be changed to some type of girl theme. No mention. See, this is why people feel like Olivia lies, because she trolls the internet, and it's not cute, especially for your age, sis. You too old. We expect Sean Rock to troll the internet because she's in her early 20s. Like, she's a kid. We get it, right? Olivia, big grown ass going on 5 kids. Yes, sis, we don't expect for you to troll the internet because we all grown over here.
Here, let me, I wanted to take it off the ponytail, though. I have to stay really hydrated. How bad were they? More than anything, Jay, they were just...
You know what, Lynn? I think you're right. I think Olivia is trying to have this baby on live. She wants to have the baby on the internet, like she, Ryan's birth, because she got well over 1 million views on Ryan's birth. But again, Ryan's birth was filmed. She could have got 1 million views, baby AJ's birth, but she didn't want us to see that the father wasn't in the room with her. It was just her, the doc, the nurse, and her sister. She didn't want us to see that. And that's why she's not going to film this birth, because again, she does not want us to see that it's only going to be her, the doc, the nurse, and maybe her sister. Okay. She don't want us to see that. It's a shame that this girl is trying to make like she got such a strong support system when the biggest part of that support system should be the father of the child. And it seemed like he is non-existent. Even if you don't make up stories and you just go based off what she said and what she has shown, this father seems like he is literally non-existent. She makes no mention. In all the months that she's been pregnant with this baby, she's made not one mention that the dad has came and took AJ off her hands for a couple of hours. When she lived in Texas, the second time when she had fled back to Texas to try to win Gerard back, she told us in live streams and video that Gerard came and got the kids for the weekend to get, give her a break and things of that nature. Not one time in this 32 weeks that she's been pregnant, not one time has she ever mentioned that the dad came and took AJ off her hands. Not one time.
Consistently coming. And I know that is a problem. I'm sorry, y'all. We just woke up. Like, literally, we just woke up. So my hair is just all over my head. They were just consistently coming. So that's why I was worried. Hi from New Zealand. Hi, baby. But I think it was like, I don't know. I think it was, okay, come over here if you want to get up. Come over here. I'm not lifting you up over here. You got a shirt on. Okay, sit right here. No, you sit right here. Sit right here. Oh, you want some blanket? Okay, mommy, give you some. Here, you can have some of this blanket. There you go. Now we both have blanket. Yay. Okay. Do I have a name yet? I have a couple names. Yeah, I have a couple names. I'm going to see her to like land on a name for her. Will my mom come back before I go into labor? I hope so.
Girl, your mama is not coming back for you to go in labor. That's what Raquel is there for. Y'all asking for her mama instead of asking about the father of the child. Now, I'm going to take a minute, you guys. It's 721 in the chat. It looks like we got about 200 likes, okay? So 700 people watching this live, and I can't even get 400 likes. So I'm going to need y'all to run them likes up. I would really appreciate it. Y'all know I haven't went live in a couple of days, and I'm bringing you a pretty good show, I would think, okay? If you feel the same, go ahead and hit the like button.
That's the hope. But let me see. Yeah, people were in my comments saying, "Oh, I hope this is not fake. I heard you were due in November." How do you This is my whole thing, guys. If I say something, I don't know why you guys would believe anything other than what I say, especially from like strangers. I don't know. People think I'm like really due in November, even though I said December. If I was due in November, girl, I would say I was due in November. Trust me. But yeah, I'm very much due at the end of December. So yeah.
Y'all are asking if Olivia, Virgo Diva, you're asking if I think Olivia will put the baby up for adoption. No, I don't think she would. Olivia needs to feel relevant. She needs something to keep her relevancy on YouTube. And Olivia, especially with the 3 oldest kids being taken out of her custody, Olivia would rather cut all her hair off again than to be embarrassed by putting her child up for adoption when there would be no legitimate reason why she would put the baby up for adoption, right? Because if the reason is I felt like I couldn't give the child an adequate life, well, you're giving AJ one. If that's the case, then why didn't you put AJ up for adoption? So to answer your question, Virgo Diva, I don't feel like she would put the baby up for adoption because Olivia is too vain for the internet. She's still trying to get over the embarrassment of getting the 3 oldest kids taken away from her. I don't think she would be able to endure the embarrassment of putting this baby girl up for adoption. So my answer is no, I don't think she would. But again, that's just my assumption.
Why does it even matter? Because I think people are trying to make a point of I got pregnant in Texas. That's what people keep saying too. I got pregnant in Texas. Once again, I have no reason to lie. If I got pregnant in Texas, girl, I'd be like, I got pregnant in Texas, girl. Okay. Who am I trying?
Olivia, you did get pregnant in Texas, sis. And as you said, you have no reason to lie. And let's be honest, if you got pregnant in Texas, Vermont, Virginia, LA, North Dakota, girl, that's your damn oopsie, okay? But it's the fact that you're trying to make it like you didn't when it's just obvious sis, you did.
Kind of like to. Okay. Like people really act like the internet is something or someone to lie to. Like, girl, I'm not ashamed of my choices. I'm not ashamed of my life. I am very happy.
Exactly, Ariana.
I'm looking forward to having this baby. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I was just really scared last night because I know I've had enough babies to know.
So let me answer for what statement. For what says, I think, hold on, let me pull it up. Sorry about that. For what? For what says, I think she probably knows who the child's father is, but it was a fling or nothing serious, but she knows the kid's father won't be involved. I think you're right. For what? I definitely feel like you're right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. One thing I do keep saying, though, I keep saying that I want her to come early. I want her to come early. So I think I need to stop saying that. So I'm putting that in the universe. All my babies are usually right on time. So I need to stop playing. You know, if she comes on Christmas Eve, girl, oh well. If I'm in the hospital for Christmas, oh well. You know, better that than, you know, than have her early and have something wrong with her. So whatever. She wants to come on Christmas Eve. I guess we're gonna let her come on Christmas Eve, y'all. But I do have to sit my butt down and relax. Like I said, I was having some contractions today at the party place, but they stopped. So I was like, oh, thank God. And then we came home.
So why didn't you go to the hospital? If you felt like you were having contractions and you were very uncomfortable in that live we just watched, she looked to be uncomfortable, right? Why didn't you go to the hospital?
And we slept. I think I really just have to get a lot of sleep and just stay hydrated, and I think I'll be okay. But yeah, guys, I wanted to update you guys because I don't want to leave y'all hanging. But yeah, I was pretty scared last night. I was pretty scared. It was pretty scary.
All right, y'all. That's enough of Olivia. I'm going to come back and react to the rest of the live. I'm going to break it up in some videos because, again, y'all, we've been on here almost 2 hours, and that live is 1 hour and 44 minutes. I think it would be more interesting to break it up in pieces and just allow you guys to see segments of the video, of the live, and I give my reaction, and you guys definitely sound off in the comments. I'm going to probably do that in video form and just put out a video for you guys. Because she did say some things that I found to be kind of interesting. You know, Olivia definitely is a case study, in my opinion. Olivia is definitely something to model after when it comes to not what to do on the internet. We've said many times, Olivia shot her own self in the foot when it comes to this internet thing. And I think the biggest reason or the biggest way she shot herself in the foot is because the way she handled the separation of her and Gerard, right? You know, the back and forth of her and Gerard and the hate that she has for Antonisha and the whole situation, her kids getting taken away from her. I think it just was it was too much. Olivia could have went about it a whole different way and it could have become very lucrative for her in her YouTube channel, but she didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because again, Olivia's not bright. She's not smart. She definitely fumbles the bag when it comes to YouTube. Chrissy, in my opinion, when Chrissy went through the whole separation of her and DeMarcus, that's the way you handle it because it was lucrative for Chrissy. It got Chrissy over 100K and above, right? And Chrissy would manage to now get on social media when she feels like it. Olivia gets on social media because she has to. She can't just do it as you know, PRN, you know, she can't do it as needed. Olivia had to get on, and she felt like acting as if she was having contractions was going to give her a 50,000 view video. Well, sis, maybe if you would have not titled it, bro, not it's time, maybe if you would have titled it, "Oh my God, I think I'm having labor pains," that probably been a little bit more lucrative for you to get pushed out in the algorithm of YouTube. But in no way am I here trying to give Olivia advice, okay? Because bye-bye. All right, y'all. So the whole debacle with Tanae and the tax refund, y'all definitely leave your comments down below, your thoughts and opinions. I personally, excuse me, I personally feel like Tanae is just mad because Keontae, because if you guys go over to Keontae's channel, he hasn't put up a video in a while. I think it was like a month or so. He hasn't put up a video. So he definitely living his life however he living it over there. And Tanae is over there trying to figure out how she's going to keep a roof over her kids' head, which is unfortunate. But I feel like Tanae made her own bed. She got to lay in it, right? That's the harsh reality. Jasmine and the sick kiddos. I don't know what natural remedy the people can give Jasmine to ensure that her kids can go at least 3 months without getting sick. It's kind of alarming to see how often her kids stay sick. I mean, if you guys just look at your own kids versus her kids, it's something's not going right over there in Jasmine's house. I think a lot of it has to do with Jasmine's not a clean person, and she doesn't wash her hands. She doesn't make her kids wash their hands. It's something, because it's alarming how often her kids stay sick. It's very alarming. And then Olivia, I don't think it's very much to say about it. We speculate that she already had the baby. Did she have the baby? Is Olivia above acting like she's still pregnant and not? No, she's not above that. Is she still pregnant? I guess only time will tell. All right. All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Clock out the break room on your way out to the. Tim, I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Remember, sub what you love. Bye.